Hey y'all, this is Amanda with She's a Mad Gardener, and today the #1 goal is to get plants from inside the greenhouse into the ground. Let me show you what all I have. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that notification bell. Remember, every comment, every subscription, every time you hit that notification bell, it helps out my channel and allows me to bring you guys more videos. All right, you guys. The greenhouse is loaded. Things are going pretty well. Okay, so today, #1 thing, we gotta get this basil in the ground. Do you guys see all this basil? Look at all this. And I already have one flat that I already planted up and gave away to a bunch of people. So that purple opal, I have cinnamon, and I have Thai basil. And these are all going to be used as greenery and cut arrangements. I have some Mexican heather that needs to get out. Back here, let me see what these are back here. Helioterum. I don't know if they're quite ready to come out. Yeah, they don't look quite ready. I have some scabiosas that look ready to go. Look at these guys. These are Canterbury bells. Yeah. Canterbury bells, they look ready to go. Look at all these delphinium. Delphinium are ready to go. I don't know if these status are quite ready, but they might be ready to be upgraded to new pots. Some lupine. I don't know if the lupine are quite ready. I have all of these hollyhocks that are ready to go. And these right here are African daisies. Is that what these are? Yeah. African daisies, the giant mix. These are all happy. Looks like something's been munching on them. Having a good time. I have some more Snapdragons. Let's see. These over here have not done good. I was trying to do petunias from seed. Y'all, it is not, I did not get good germination, but I did get some bacopa seeds over here. A few other little things I'll look at. Shasta daisies. They might be ready to be moved over. These two trays are all types of petunias, and y'all can see the germination of them was not great. So I may just call it quits on this, clean this out, make room for more stuff. But yeah, let's check out our milk jug stuff too. This down here, calendula, looking pretty good.
Hey, Mommy.
Oh, hey, buddy. Mommy's filming.
What do you need to do?
You need to go clean your room. Make sure you get ready for the day. Brush your teeth. Go clean your room. And then in here, it looks like marigolds. They're coming up real well. More calendula. Spanish eyes. Oh, we got a little bit of Spanish eyes coming up. Chives. Yeah. Not much going on in there. These are lambada bee balm. Got a lot coming up in there. This is Purple Majesty grass. I don't really see anything going on in there. And last one, more marigolds. Looking good. All right, y'all. Let's get to work.
Gotta make it count, so lose your worries. Let your problems go on until my whole body burns out. I ain't never gonna slow down.
Okay, it's always important for you to add fertilizer each season. I always use plant tone, and then I always like to space out my plants before I start planting. That makes it easier to make sure that everything is spaced out appropriately and that it fits within the space. These blooms are going to be tall delphiniums, which I think will really pop against these kind of limey green shrubs and the bright pink of the dianthus in front. They should be beautiful, and I do plan on cutting them for arrangements. So I do really like the difference in their foliage with those big, beautiful, broad leaves, which I think will look good after I cut back the blooms. Delphiniums are annuals in my area, so I will have to replant them every season.
I ain't never gonna slow down.
There's just something super mesmerizing about tossing out the fertilizer. So I typically do this to entertain myself. Look how pretty. Smells terrible, but super fun to watch as it blows through the air. Right here, I am placing Canterbury bells. They get about 3 feet tall. I think they'll work really good in this space, and I do plan on utilizing these as cut flowers as well.
Make it count, so lose your worries. Let your problems go on until my whole body burns out. I ain't never gonna slow down. I ain't never gonna slow down. I ain't never gonna slow down. I don't wanna waste time, I don't wanna waste time, I don't wanna waste time on fake friends. I just wanna get high, I just wanna get high, I just wanna get higher. Sometimes people will try to hold you back from being who you want to. Don't be questioning why, do whatever feels right, find your passion and fight, cause we...
So these African daisy seeds I got from the Dollar Tree. So when you buy seeds at a Dollar Tree, you're usually buying a packet of seeds from anywhere from a quarter to 50 cents. I believe I paid 25 cents for these seeds and I got 100% germination. Now let's just make sure that they actually end up being African daisies. So I'll keep you guys updated on that progress.
I ain't never gonna slow down. Only got one chance, got one life to live, and it's do or die. Gotta make it count, so lose your worries. Let your problems go on until my whole body burns out. I ain't never gonna slow down. I ain't never gonna slow down.
If you watched my past videos, you know that I trim back my daffodils to 6 inches after they have bloomed. This allows other annuals to grow up around it and camouflage the leaves as they continue to gather energy for the bulb for blooming next season.
I don't wanna slow down, I don't wanna slow down till I burn out. I just wanna...
So when I potted up these particular Snapdragons, I actually didn't have enough little containers, so I put 2 seedlings in each little container. So you can see that I just very carefully use my fingers to split from the top and split it into multiple plants. That is something that you guys can do, especially if it's a particular plant that doesn't have like a massive root system. But it was super easy to just plant 1 seedling in each corner and then split it up when I was ready to go, and it saved me some space.
I ain't never gonna slow down. I ain't never gonna slow down. I don't wanna waste time, I don't wanna waste time, I don't wanna waste time on fake friends. I just wanna get high, I just wanna get high, I just wanna get higher. Sometimes people will try to hold you back from being who you want to. Don't be questioning why, do whatever feels right, find your passion and fight, cause we only got one chance and got one life.
Okay, so these are my double bridal wreath Spirea that I have on the side garden, and the blooming season is actually over for them. They are beautiful for about 2.5 weeks, and then all their blooms turn brown and they start littering and falling off everywhere. And at that point in time, the shrub is actually not that pretty, y'all. The greenery is pretty straggly. It grows bonkers, so it goes crazy nuts everywhere. So as soon as the bloom cycle is done, I come back in and I cut my Spirea back hard. And these Spirea, this particular variety, will not give me a second wave, but some Spirea do. So you can see me going in, I am trimming back real hard. The Spirea will bloom off of old wood, so I trim all this back and it will put on a ton of new growth this season, and then it will bloom off of all that new growth next season. But this is a way I keep my Spirea from getting like crazy, because these suckers can get 8-9 feet tall, and I do not want that particular size for my side garden.
I ain't never gonna slow down. Yeah, I don't wanna slow down, I don't wanna slow down, I don't wanna slow down till I burn out. I just wanna live fast, I don't wanna look back and say I could've done more than I did now. Sometimes it can be hard, yeah, it can be hard, yeah, it can be hard when you grow up. People fill you with doubt, you start thinking about what you're gonna do now. But we only got one chance and got one life to live. And it's do or die, gotta make it count, so lose your worries, let your problems go on until my whole body burns.
So when I begin planting an area, I always like to run my fingers through the top part of the soil, loosen it up. I just found a random rotten bulb there, and just make sure, that the soil is in good condition, that it feels like, the plants will do well in there. I also like to rub in the fertilizer before I go in there as well. I don't know why I do this. It makes me feel better about putting the plants there, just loosening everything up. Here you can see me placing all of the basil out. It will get a lot of beautiful sun once the sun reaches about noon every day, because this side of the house gets lots of west side sun.
Chance and got one life to live, and it's do or die, gotta make it count, so lose your worries, let your problems go on until my whole body burns out. I ain't never gonna slow down. I ain't never gonna slow down. I ain't never gonna slow down. Only got one chance, got one life to live, and it's do or die, gotta make it count, so lose your worries, let your problems go on until my whole body burns out. I ain't never gonna slow down. I ain't never gonna slow down.
Here I am planting Mexican heather. It is an annual in my area. It produces lots of tiny little purple flowers and it loves the heat. So it will get plenty of that over here. These little plants will take up that entire area and flow over the edge by the end of the season.
I don't wanna slow down, I don't wanna slow down till I burn out. I just wanna live fast, I don't wanna look back and say I could've done more than I did now. Sometimes it can be hard, yeah, it can be hard, yeah, it can be hard when you grow up. People fill you with.
So there's really something cathartic about cleaning up after a long project. This project definitely took me several hours, and I was super happy to finally be done, drag my trash can out and get all this stuff put away. I do throw a lot of my greenery in the trash can because I do not have an area for compost, nor do I have an area to save all of these to burn in a fire pit or anything along those lines. So this is my current solution for a small garden.
I ain't never gonna slow down. I don't wanna waste time, I don't wanna waste time, I don't wanna waste time on fake friends. I just wanna get high, I just wanna get high, I just wanna get higher. Sometimes people will try to hold you back from being who you want to. Don't be questioning why, do whatever feels right, find your passion and fight. Cause we only got one chance and got one life to live, and it's do or die, gotta make it count, so lose your worries. worries. Let your problems go on until my whole body burns out. I ain't never gonna slow down. I ain't never gonna slow down.
I got a lot planted up. I made a lot more room in the greenhouse, which I'm super excited about because we just got word that in our area in North Texas, it's going into the 3rd week in April and we're about to have a freeze. This is the weirdest winter ever, y'all, and now a weird spring, I don't know. So getting stuff in the ground was super important, and I will probably be covering a lot of stuff. I do have enough frost blankets to cover a lot. It's not going to be a hard freeze. It's only going to be below freezing for about 4 hours, which doesn't sound like much, but it is enough to do damage on some stuff that I've got that's more kind of a warm weather plants planted out. So I'll be covering all that stuff up, but let me show you guys what I did. Okay, over here I got blue delphinium put in. It is the Pacific Giants, excuse me. Pacific Giants blend delphinium, and they are all right here. This gets part sun, part shade. And then over here is the Magic Fountain Cherry Blossom delphinium. So these will get pretty tall in this space. I think it'll be really pretty. They're short-lived blooms, but dang, they're gorgeous every year. I usually buy them already ready to go from the nursery, and it is expensive. So this year I thought I'll try my hand at growing my own from seed, and I probably had about 65% germination, which I think is pretty dang good. So I'll be interested to see how these do this year, and then hopefully grow some more next year. And then beside it, I have Canterbury bells, Calcican Canterbury bells right here. And then tucked back in here, they like a little bit more shade. So I've got them in 2 different places. So I'll see how that goes between the 2 of them, see how they end up doing. They get about 3 feet tall, which I think will be super fun. Very whimsical, kind of English garden style blooms. So that'll be super cool. Check out these dianthus, y'all. Look at these. These are my super petunias. Silverberry and fuchsia. I don't remember what it was. Dang, but look at these. Woo. Y'all, these were clearance from Walmart. Those are so pretty. Okay, so going this direction, I trimmed back my Spirea real good. I know that probably people are like, why? Well, it's not a very attractive plant once the blooms have come off of it. As a reminder, this is what the blooms look like. It basically looks like, I'll put some photos up what it looked like literally a few days ago. And then once the blooms fall off, it's just kind of this straggly green foliage that's not overly attractive, and it will bloom off of old growth. So as soon as it's done blooming, I cut it back super hard, and then I let it spend the rest of the year growing back, and then I get a fountain of blooms the next year. Directly underneath it, I planted some Mexican heather and a few styles of basil, including purple opal basil or dark opal basil, cinnamon basil, and Thai basil. And I'll use those for cut flowers. And working my way, here's another Spirea bush that I cut back super hard. My guara is blooming, look at that. It's so pretty. Oh yeah, that's super pretty. And then over here, this front spot I filled with Mexican Daisies Giants blend. These are all going to be yellows, which I think will be really pretty between these dianthus over here. I grew these all from seeds from the Dollar Tree. I had 100% germination, which I think was pretty impressive. So we'll see how these end up doing. They like full sun, and they are going to get a lot of sun right in this spot right here. And then over here, I tucked in some Snapdragons that I had left over. I had about 6 little seedlings, so I tucked them into this spot right here, which I think will work great. And now I'm about to go through and water everything. Okay, it felt really good to get all these seedlings out, make room, because I have a whole bunch of seedlings that are currently on my shelving. I've got cosmos, jalapeno peppers, cilantro, parsley, wide variety of things that are getting ready. They've all sprouted, germinated, ready to go. So it'll be exciting to see those moved out into the greenhouse. And here comes another car, because this is how I live my life. So always cars coming by. Anyway, so it'll be super exciting to get that stuff out in the greenhouse and get that going bigger. And then I'm finally going to start all of my zinnias and sunflowers. I'm going to germinate all of those inside this year. It's a little bit different for me, so that'll be a fun exploration to show you guys. And as always, she's a mad gardener or a decorator or anything else that she wants to be. Thanks, y'all.